Hi guys, welcome back to a video of mine. My name's Shadera and welcome to Dara's World. I myself have fallen into the trap of waking up and just scrolling through my phone, and then before you know it, the day is gone, and then the cycle repeats itself over and over again, and I keep procrastinating about, oh, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna order this, or I'm gonna start revising, but it just never happens. Why? Because I give into laziness. So buckle up, get prepared as I talk to you and teach you how to stop procrastination and how to stop falling into the trap of laziness. Let's go. I think whilst we're on this topic of laziness, it is so important to understand the difference between being called lazy and the difference in just resting. I think that when laziness comes to mind, I think it's someone that's unwilling to put in the effort, unwilling to do a certain task that they've set themselves. And I think being restful is kind of like a reward for all the hard work that you've done. Like, you've set yourself tasks and you've done it, and you just need to regenerate yourself and rest yourself. And I think the key difference between laziness and being restful is that at the end of being lazy, you feel tired, unproductive. But the difference between a reward is that at the end of that reward, you want to start again. You feel pumped up and you're just ready to giving it all again, even 10 times harder. And I think that's so important because I think that some people feel guilty when they work so hard and they're like, oh my god, I really want to rest, but I think that if I rest, that means I'm being lazy, or if I rest, then I'm just going to go slow, or if I rest, that it's not the right thing to do, that I need to constantly work and work and work. I am not talking to you people. I am talking to the people that they wake up in the morning, they've set themselves goals, they've set themselves tasks. They say, okay, when I wake up in the morning, I want to go to the gym, then I want to go read my book. And they wake up in the morning and they do none of that. They don't go to the gym, they don't read their book, they do nothing. And what do? They just go on their phone, look at people on their phone, on TikTok, on Instagram, and before you know it, it's the end of the day. Hours lost, like that time that they could have been doing something useful, it's just gone. I think that this video is so important because I have fallen into the trap of laziness, especially through the summer holiday. And I know I've said it before, but the reason why I'm emphasizing it is because I know how it feels at the end of the day after having the whole day wasted because you're just going through your phone and you're not doing anything. Like, at the end of the day, you feel like demotivated and you just want to like sleep in your bed and not do anything. And you also feel guilty. You feel guilty for not actually working hard because you know that obviously you need rest, but you also know that, yeah, I should have actually gone to the gym, or I should have actually revised, and I didn't do anything and I just wasted the whole day. And I think that's so important to understand because a lot of people, as well as myself, use the excuse, oh, it's summer holiday, or like it's holidays, or oh, like I've seen this person rest, so I should rest too. No. The only time you should rest is if you know that, okay, I've worked hard, I've done the stuff that I've set, and therefore I deserve this reward. But if you haven't done any of that, if you haven't done anything that you've set yourself, and you think it's okay to just like go in your bed and go through TikTok, scroll through TikTok and crave other people's lifestyle when you're just in your bed rotting and not actually doing something for yourself, no. I have learned that you can't eat your cake and have it. If you want to be successful, if you want the lifestyle that you're seeing of other people online, you actually have to work for it. Like, other people don't make that life for themselves. It is themselves that make them be successful. That makes sense. Like, you can't expect other people to do stuff for you while you're just in bed rotting, while you're in bed going through TikTok and not doing anything for yourselves. I've learned that in reality, it is really harsh, right? The world is harsh. And the only way you can beat it is if you actually discipline yourself, motivate yourself each day, and tell yourself to not be lazy. Get up from that bed, get up from that TV that you've been watching the whole day, and actually start doing something for yourself. Set yourself a goal, set yourself a dream, and work for it. Like, I know countless times during this holiday when my friends have been calling me, oh yeah, Chidera, can you do this for me? Can you call this person for me? Can we go out? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I keep procrastinating. And it's not like, oh, I'm doing something that preoccupied me from doing what they've asked me to do. No, the only thing that stopped me from actually fulfilling what they've asked me to do was me being lazy. Like, laziness stops you from so many things, and it's so important that we actually see ourselves being lazy and stop it. And the thing is, I can understand that in life, some people may have it easier than others. Maybe that's because they have a mentor in their life, or maybe that's because they're more wealthier than a person. So it's just easier for them to navigate the successful life or their dream life because they have people around them. But in reality, the majority of the people don't have that. The majority of people don't have that fame or that wealth to actually just, okay, they don't have to like do as much work as, let's say, me or you to become successful. But I feel like it's so important to not kind of compare your life to other people, and it's so important to not like be like, okay, this person's so famous or this person's so rich and she doesn't have to work as hard, therefore that's my excuse to be in my bed all day, like, or that's my excuse of being lazy, or that's my excuse of not working as hard or actually starting something for myself, if that makes sense. And I was recently reading something about the halo effect. And in the halo effect, it was basically talking about how a person that looks attractive or person that looks physically good, like, we automatically as humans think that, oh yeah, because they look this good, then that means that they're just like good at everything that they do. And it just shocks me at the fact that this is actually how we think, because the only reason why they are good at all these things is because they are not lazy. It's because they actually work hard to actually master all these things that they want to do. And it's just so important that we actually open our eyes to understand that. And I've just like used this time to honestly like reflect for myself and be like, Chidera, snap out of it. And you actually have to stop being lazy and do something for yourself. But the thing is that all these words are nothing unless you actually act on them and put them into practice. But the question is, how do you actually actively stop yourself from being lazy? And I think that the first and most important thing in stopping yourself from becoming lazy is having discipline. And in my opinion, I think that discipline is basically doing something even though you don't feel like doing it. Like, let's say going to the gym. Like, you know that the process in going to the gym is going to be hard. You know that you're going to be tired, your legs are going to hurt, you're going to be very hungry all the time. However, you still do it because you know that the outcome is going to be really great. And I think that's so important, because I feel like when we're lazy, or when people like myself like just don't want to do anything, they're just like, okay, right, I know I need to study, but it's just gonna be so boring. And therefore I think that the better option is just to go to my bed and just watch TikTok or watch a movie and then just sleep off. No, you need to set some sort of boundary in yourself, some sort of like discipline in yourself that will tell yourself, yes, I know that this studying is going to be a bit boring, but I'm not going to think about the process. Rather, I'm going to think about the end results, the rewards I'm going to get, the degree that I'm going to get after studying, or the amount of happiness that I'm going to get after going to the gym. Stop thinking about the process in something and start thinking about the outcome, so that you stop yourself from being lazy. And that is how you kind of build in that discipline in yourself, and you just skyrocket. The second thing that also really helped me when I was feeling lazy, and probably you too, is actually having a routine. I think a routine is something that is kind of like inbuilt in you a way. Like, you already know that, okay, when I wake up in the morning, first thing I'm gonna do is gonna have breakfast, and then then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the gym. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out with my friends, and I know that each day I wake up, this is what I'm gonna do. And I feel like when you have that routine in yourself and you keep doing it every day, it's going to be very hard to break out of it. It's going to be hard to be like, okay, yeah, no, I actually don't want to do this anymore. I just want to go into bed. No, but having a routine, your body is already alert. Like, you already know, I already know what I need to do at 10 o'clock today. I already know what I need to do at 4 o'clock today. And it's all about, you know, when you have something that you want to do, you do it first thing. Like, you don't procrastinate it and leave it in the evening. Like, you actually say in your routine, okay, I already know that I like to procrastinate and I always feel lazy in going to the gym. So instead of leaving the gym all the way to the evening, I'm going to put the gym in the morning. That's what I'm going to do as my routine. Every morning I'm going to the gym. So I make sure that I do this first thing and just get it done and over with. And I feel like by doing that, you stop yourself from being lazy and you stop yourself from procrastinating and doing what you want to do. And I think that the third most important thing is having a community. I'm not talking about friends that are also lazy just like you, but I'm talking about being around people that are like-minded, that have something for themselves, that have a routine, that are disciplined, like that I told you about, like I said, that have boundaries. And I feel like by being around those people, when you do feel like giving up, when you do feel like being lazy, you just look around them and just like, well, why do I feel like doing this? Like, why do I feel like being lazy when the people around me are just like me, and they're not doing, like, they're not like in their bed resting, or they're not in their bed rotting. They're actually doing something for them. And you kind of feel like pressurized, but in a good way, to actually do something for yourself and step up for yourself and work hard for yourself so you can achieve your dreams. And those are really the three things that I really did that helped me and exposed my eyes into the world and made me realize that being lazy doesn't actually do anything. It actually just makes you feel guilty, and that is not what I want. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know that it's been a long time that I've actually posted, but no excuses are going to be made for that. And I hope you guys learn the real importance of not being lazy and how to actually overcome those temptations that you may get when you do feel like you don't want to do anything and you just really want to stay in your bed. Always know that you never want to be in the sidewalks, and you can't eat your cake and have it. So you actually need to work hard, and you actually need to stop being lazy. And the only way you can do that is by having a routine, being around like-minded people, and also being disciplined. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you. Bye.